we would like to talk something of T.S. Eliot's poetry, as he was majorly known for his contribution in poems. Modern poetry flourishes in the lap of T.S. Eliot, as we see that Mother Nature finds solace in Wordsworth. Modern poetry is best exemplified by T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot wrote his magnum opus, means very famous epic poem, The Waste Land, in the year 1922, after the First World War. The First World War happened in 1914 to 1918. T.S. Eliot witnessed the war and the horrendous impact of these war shakes the persona of Eliot. Now, his epic poem, The Waste Land, it is divided into 5 parts. First is the burial of the dead. Second, a game of chess. Third, the fire sermon. Fourth, death by water. And fifth, what the thunder said. So he refutes the line of Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer said that April is the sweetest month, whereas T.S. Eliot, in the very opening of his poem The Waste Land, says April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. The concept of wasteland, dead land, has been taken from Bible. In the Old Testament of Bible, there is the book of Job, book of Ecclesiastes, and book of Ezekiel. There you find the references of the wasteland. The world has become disintegrated, wasteland. Everything is futile, meaningless, disintegrated, degenerated, and decayed. All are the similarities. So this is one of the features of the modern age: disintegration, degeneration, meaninglessness, uselessness, futility. All these are in modern age. But what is the reason for this futility? What is the reason? According to T.S. Eliot, the main reason is the absence of God. Man has forgotten, God who created him, and man has put himself in place of God. That is totally terrible. So let me read some other lines. Dull roots with spring rain. Winter kept us warm, covering earth in forgetful snow, feeding a little life with dried tubers. Winter kept us warm. How paradoxical language he is using. The burial of the dead. A person who is already dead, you are burying him. Burial of the dead. Man has become like a dead man. Death in life. Though man is living, everything is urbanized, mechanized. Man has become stagnant. No emotions, no feelings, no love. Man has become rational and critical, and due to which it is very painful. So it becomes simultaneously the feature of modern age, the degeneration and disintegration. You and I must remember this. So this is the first part, the burial of the dead. The second part, in which he discusses a game of chess where you will see lines such as see the line. Let me read the lines. Do you know nothing? Do you see nothing? Do you remember nothing? I remember. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Are you alive or not? Is there nothing in your head? Oh, 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 that Shakespearean rag. It is so elegant, so intelligent. What shall I do now? What shall I do? I shall rush out as I am and walk the street with my hair down. So, what shall we do tomorrow? What shall we ever do? The hot water at 10, and if it rains, a closed car at 4, and we shall play a game of chess, pressing lidless eyes and waiting for a knock upon the door. So, here the poet talks about the wild and beastly sexual relationship. There is one typist and a clerk. A typist is a woman here, and she welcomes the clerk to her house, and they have physical attachment with one another, and it is not a loving type of union. It is all mechanized, beastly, and very, negative impact it puts upon the reader. you know the man comes and they have sex as if it is a regular activity. There is nothing enjoyable in that. It has become like animal, beastly sex. So these are the instances which T.S. Eliot focuses upon in Wasteland. Another important thing drawn by T.S. Eliot in front of us is the perversed sexuality. The central figure of the Wasteland is Tiresias, and he observes there is one man who is homosexual, what we call in our general sense a gay man. So it is also perversed. He also is waiting for someone who can have a physical unity with him. So all these things have been talked in the Wasteland. The third portion is the fire sermon of Gautam Buddha, and the beginning line: the river's tent is broken, the last fingers of leaf clutch and sink into the wet bank. The wind crosses the brown land unheard. The nymphs are departed. Unreal city under the brown fog of winter noon. So the tone of the poem is not positive, not cherishable. It is disintegrating. It shows the very negativity. So this is the wasteland. Other two parts are there, but we cannot discuss extensively. So I would like to put an end here.